Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. So the two articles that I personally liked the most were the one about Costa Rica and Traveler's Philanthropy Handbook. Um, I personally didn't like the first article as much because it was a little it had a lot of older examples, and I feel like we talked a lot about the stuff within that document already. So I kind of felt like let's try something new. And then the third one, the Queensland one, um, it it was a little bit all over to me. I personally don't know a lot about sailing, scuba diving, some of the types of tourism that they were talking about, kayaking, sailing, stuff like that. And I connected with the other two a little bit more based on just the content. So I really liked the Costa Rica article because Costa Rica is actually what got me into tourism and sustainable tourism. I went there my junior year of college, and I stayed at a lot of these ecotourism places, and it just really showed me what the right kind of tourism can do for local communities and for the environment. So I thought that was really cool. Um, so the things I liked about that article was that it quantitatively showed how much these hotels improved over the course of this program. So that's always good to see. Um, I also really liked the part where they showed challenges, and I liked that they said that financial constraint wasn't a huge challenge cited by the hotel owners. But one of the challenges was breaking through environmental behavior barriers, especially with cleaning and sanitation. And I think that's a really interesting thing to bring up because it's one of the things I'm interested in, environmental behavior and environmental psychology. So I just thought that was just a nice little anecdote to put in there. Um, Using my degree, if I ever worked in environmental certification for in the hotel industry or in tourism in general, I think this document would serve as a really good guide. So, addressing the challenges and kind of seeing how they they measured and what kinds of things that they were focusing on. So I think it's really relevant, especially if I go down the certification route, especially in Costa Rica. That'd be awesome. Um, but the Traveler's Philanthropy Handbook, I really related with the message of it, saying that it's not about how much money you can give as a philanthropist. It's about what you do with the money that you have while you're traveling or while you're doing just about anything. It's really about the quality or the yeah, the quality over the quantity. Um, I think this is increasingly relevant today because I just did a paper on millennials. Millennials are choosing to do these volunteerism experiences a lot more than previous generations. But a lot of them do have a lot of negative impacts. So I think this is really relevant just to like get out there and say, hey, do you know that what you're doing has potential negative impacts? Here are the things that you should look for a more socially responsible volunteerism company. So that's one of the things I liked about it. Kind of just reinforcing what I had already thought in my head, why I was somewhat against volunteerism. I also really, really connected with the pieces about biodiversity conservation, community development in Africa, because one of my main passions and like a dream job for me would be to work with communities in Africa to, come up with some sort of community based conservation reserve or scheme or initiative in order to pull people out of the poaching industry and put them back into tourism to simultaneously increase tourism, increase the amount of money these communities are getting to pull them away from poaching and inevitably decreasing biodiversity. So that's just like another reason why I came to this program at ASU, just because that was one of the connections that I felt really strongly about. And I'm running out of time. Okay, bye.